Wait, zoom, hold on, zoom. Wait, I'm gonna do a video now. Just look in the mirror, the kitty's gonna come in the window. Come on, zoom. Zoom, come on. Look at the kitty, Good boy. He's a good boy. Come on, it's ratings month. Come on, get on the keyboards while I rap. Hello, this is Peter Choice from Knoxville. Get the lighting right. I just wanted to say hello. We are working on the technology. I can't stand doing these without being on YouTube. And you see how the computer itself is reflecting in the mirror. But did you see a kitty? Zoom, come here. Look yourself over here. Come on, this is sweeps month. Yeah, we're going to go on YouTube. We're going to get a microphone. It is the first of the month, so the welfare check is in. So we're going to go, after church today, we're going to go check out microphones. And look I was asking you, I was going to pay an artist because I support the arts, of course. Oh, by the way, Viva Mexico! Maybe that's what we'll rap about, the wall. All right, the wall. And you see all week long on Facebook, all the propositions, because you come. What's the matter? What happened over there? Well, you really come in the house to use the litter box? That litter box is for emergencies only. He's crazy. Come here. He's the one with FELV. Come here. Zoom. Come here. Look, cat food. Come on. He knows I'm up to something because usually when I'm here like, he's like wandering around the keyboard and I just go over him. I don't say. I'm not one of those people. Like with the dogs, I see them, they like, first of all, they never walk the fucking dogs. And then the few times I do see them, they're yelling, get over here, get over here, and they smack them. I've never once smacked one of my cats. Can you imagine? That's how they learn? You know, fuck you. They should scratch your eyeballs out, you know, if you did that. And the dogs, they're so docile. A lot of these, they want to go back to the wild. That's why they don't want to be chained up. Have you ever seen a dog that's just like a cat, can sit on the porch, wander around the yard? No, you have to have big fence, iron links, and a keep out, beware dog sign. Get off my property. Come on, that's obscene. Zoom. I don't know how sick he is. He has the FELV, feline leukemia. And he was great. We found him when we moved to Knoxville, because I was out on a catwalk with Unskins and Sparky, just two cats then, and departed Unskins, and from behind a tree in the park, zoom, fastest cat alive. We look at, where's that? Wasn't that a white cat? And then, you know, before you know it, he followed me home, mommy. He followed me home. Anyway, before I forget, you see, with me, there's never going to be not enough material. Oh, what should I talk about this week? What should I say? Anyway, I love the Mexican people. When I was in LA, the Mexican people in Echo Park, they were way better neighbors than the fucking hipsters in Silver Lake on heroin, coming after at 3 o'clock in the morning, plugging in their amps because they want to jam. And you're in a fucking apartment building. I mean, who can afford? Look at this house. Look at this house. You're only seeing 1/3 of the house. No, 1/4 of the house. 1/5. Let's say. This house would start at $3 million. No, really. Look it up on Zillow.com. This amount of acreage, as they say, put this in Santa Monica. This would start at $1 million. So this house is not. I always say this is 10 times cheaper, but when you really think of it, it's about 40 times cheaper. That's why we're on the hill. And when your friend complains about being homeless, ask him, what are you fucking doing in LA? I think your career you can do in Knoxville. You know, have you heard of the internet? Oh, you want to do your radio show? Oh, you can't do that from Knoxville? We have the technology. So anyway, I was going to pay an artist to do a neon sign, but then I realized I would be ripping off Jimmy Dore. He's pretty good. But you know what? He stays on that one subject that I'm so tired of that I will not say, Viva Mexico. Because it always comes down to personality politics, Democrats, Republicans, them against us. And I tell you, I like to rile up my own audience and not preach to the converted. I've always done that. And now on Facebook, they just defriend you. They don't want I thought they shit and run, but that's only like a portion of people that disagree. Most people, I just see something I didn't like what that guy said, boom, and I see that. I always talk about my numbers, like because I'm, radio, when you're used to ratings. Oh, I don't have any background music on. Hey, Zoom, come on! What are you doing over there? He goes on top of the drive. Did you get, I'll pick him up before the end of the video. He's really sweet, and he's getting skinny. Like, so I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I wanted him, I just endured the death of Unskins, the mother cat that I brought all the way from LA, the one who saved my life. I'll throw that link down below in case you haven't seen it yet. That's one of my greatest hits. When I got the new laptop, but instead of calling the police because I just got mugged in my wheelchair out on my laptop, and then the robber comes, boom, no more laptop. So why call the police? All they're gonna do is put you in a worse mood, make your anxiety level go hit, and they're not gonna do anything for you. They're not gonna go find the robber. So you call the media. Boom, they were right there, right? And not only did I get, don't say I'm lying, because I got plenty of calls offering me a new laptop, and I only took one. If I was some kind of immoral person, I would take a lot and then sell them like, like Deborah Murray would do that. People in Asheville, the con people would do that. I'm not a conster. I'm just trying to get by here. Anyway, the Mexican people in Echo Park, they were fantastic. So I say more Mexicans, deport some of those Hollywood millionaires. You know what? They take up too many resources. When you talk about population, overpopulation in Africa, it's like, how much does it cost a guy in Nairobi to live versus one of our trillionaires on the Hollywood Hills? Really, if you knock off 1% of the population, you can save a lot of money. I'm not saying, well, I guess I am. So that's why we're still on Facebook, because we can't be shared. You see, now I had to change my settings to public because it was all friends only. I wanted to know who you were. That's why I only have so many followers. Everybody else with the following, they're on public. So people that aren't even on Facebook can see your shit. Why not invite the NSA right into your living room? Why not have the Knoxville cops? Remember they were after me for 2 years during court until I finally fucking kicked their ass? That ain't over yet. Anyway, PC update's going to YouTube so it could be shared. But I'm going to disable comments, because if you've ever gone to YouTube, watch the video, but if it's anything political, all the anti-Zionists, the Nazis, I think that there's a disproportionate amount of racists and homophobes on YouTube, and that they're just assholes, everybody says the 400-pound guy. That's very elitist also, about making fun of someone just because they're living in mom's basement. What, do you have a better place, an apartment in LA, in Silver Lake, that you're paying fucking $2,000? When I left my house, I got a little tiny house, which is called a bungalow. There's none left. It was half the size of what you're looking at, the whole house. Where I had couch surfers and bed bugs on the floor, actors. And I had a lot of actors. People that, instead of sleeping in their car, I let them sleep on my floor. I was paying $750 a month for that. That was the last, and that was Echo Park, right near downtown. And after I moved out, you can go on Zillow.com and look it up, 1618 West Court Street, $2,100 per month. Or they sold it as a house, and I swear to God, it was a lovely place, because I had you see how my stuff is on the walls? There was no room, so I built shelves like an old Portuguese, an old Mexican woman would do. You don't have space, you build up. That's what skyscrapers are all about. I learned that in technology class. No, in architecture class. Anyway, I found this. I told you that, I got all my stuff ripped off because of Deborah Murray, all my valuables, which really were my Soviet art collection. And she works at a junk store, by the way, on Haywood. That's how you'll find her. And a lot of that stuff is mine. The good stuff, if it looks like it comes from like crazy countries, stuff I've been collecting, but she's, fortunately she's not into music, but she would have known that my singles collection, my 45s from the 60s, 50s, and my punk rock, new wave 45s, that was a valuable collection. I still have that. But look what I found in the garbage the other day. It's garbage, yeah. But there's something really spooky about it. Can you see? See, I like this kind of stuff because it gives you a beginning. This is fur. It's fur, like an animal was killed to make this. And then I was throwing out the garbage the other day, and what do I find? PC. Now I need just update and have it all match. And then I put it behind me. And if the cat comes in the mirror, yeah, we'll figure it out. But I think I have a pretty good set. I know I have the lighting. I know I have the lighting, but yeah, we're gonna make it if we try. Thank God Mary Tyler Moore is dead. I didn't know she was alive. No, she was the first feminist, right? Because she had her own apartment. She was a single. She wasn't a mom, so that was good. She wasn't a natalist. And she had a neighbor, you know, all this reference people do with television. I told you, I grew up, I have two blind sisters, Susan Choice and Rita Choice, and my parents were correct. They thought that telefluorescence is bad for your eyes. Lo and behold, a book comes out, I told you about before, 4 Arguments for the Elimination of Television by Jerry Mander. He's still around too, he talks against technology. So, but it's very eye-opening. Because he talks about how they'll fund every studies for this and that, you know, the mating habits of crabs. Well, they don't fund anything anymore. But they've never done a study on what does TV do to you. Now, the internet is here and it's interactive. You can do all sorts of shit. But I can't even imagine why people, like, there's still people paying for cable. You sit on a couch, you know, before I go to bed, I got one of these DVD players in there. But then I go to sleep, you know. But I can't be like, how I am, like active with my brain, and sit there like I get nervous. And so, you know, I grew up with the radio on, the music, making my paintings. Oh, that's what we'll do next time. I'll show you my paintings because I notice I never do that. We've been on Facebook for 8 years and you've never once seen any of my. You think that you know, with my big ego and stuff, you don't even know. You don't even know what I could. What, you know? I'll show you a big ego. Bend over, honey. Here comes my big ego. Did I get it all in? No. I wanted to talk more about the wall. All right. Solar panels. Build a fucking wall. But you know what? It's very you have no respect at all. That's what we call human supremacy. I don't even like the term human because you're a rat. And that's offensive to rats. Like, you know, can you imagine for years, way before humans, animals had like the buffalo, free roam, right? Sapiens is the only species that made up these lines in the sand, and they still follow them even though they know the conquistadors fucking drew the line with the fucking Queen of Spain, and we still like acknowledge it. And then like, look at that line, how straight it is from Canada to the Great Lakes. Yeah, isn't that funny how that just happened? They talk about it like it's something natural, like money. Like, oh, did that come out of nature? No, that's a made-up construct. Don't get me going, because I can provide the links below. Like if I was on YouTube, I'd provide the links. Disable comments is where I was going with that. You can comment on my Facebook. That's why I like Facebook. That's why we all like Facebook. It's interactive. But I don't want to do Facebook Live. Leave that to Rents Fur from Japan. He likes that. And John Stout likes Facebook. We'll try it one day, but I don't think... See, I have trouble focusing. That's why when I was doing radio, I could keep it one subject, bang into the song. But now you got me going. Viva La Revolution, I think I covered it all.